What is up, YouTube? Live via satellite here, and today we are discussing Kingdom. And in particular, guys, we are going to be talking about whether Kyoukai should fear Yuuren's warning. So if you guys don't remember, Yuuren was the Shi You who killed Kyou, who was the girl that Kyoukai saw as a sister. Alright, so Yuuren gives her the warning. Basically, she warns her that her power cannot be allowed, and that it goes against everything that the Shi You stand for. She also tells her that the next Shi You will definitely come for her and hunt her down.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Listen, we've gotten so wrapped up in the events of the High Shin unit that it's easy for us to forget that Kyoukai is actually a fugitive in the eyes of her clan. She's actually on the run. So I am of the belief that Kyoukai should fear this warning, because I think that this warning is actually a very bad omen. I almost think that it's so bad that this could actually lead to the death of Kyoukai. So first, what I want to say is that nothing that I'm saying is guaranteed. So yeah, it might not lead to Kyoukai's death, but if this was how Kyoukai died, I really wouldn't be surprised, because it was so much foreshadowing and so much hinted that we could have seen it coming. So the first thing we want to discuss is, why would they even be after her? Now, beyond what Yuuren speaks of, if we look back on Kyoukai's history, we'll see that the Shi You clan is made up of 19 tribes, of which we know 3 of those tribes: the God tribe, the Kyou tribe, and the Yu tribe. The other 16 tribes, we have no idea the names of those tribes, and it probably really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but I'm just pointing out the fact that there's 19 tribes. When Kyoukai came back to the ritual and she saw that Kyou was dead, and the manner in which it occurred, and when the elders all showed up, what did Kyoukai do? Kyoukai killed all of the elders there. So all 19 tribes know about Kyoukai. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because when we meet Kyoukai, we see that Kyoukai is still alive, even though she left the Kyou tribe. This is why I wanted to bring this point up, is because the only reason Kyoukai is alive is because only the Kyou tribe knew about her leaving. Basically, the Kyou tribe didn't want to have to ask other tribes for help to try to kill Kyoukai, so they made her an offer to work for them, basically. This offer is off the table for Kyoukai because it's outside of the Kyou tribe. All the other 19 tribes know about Kyoukai and the things she's done. The second reason I'm going to talk about is that she obviously killed the Shi You. So since she killed the Shi You, obviously they're going to want to hunt her down for that. So those are 2 reasons. And then there's a third reason. And the third reason I'm going to bring up is that the current Shi You would probably want revenge against Kyoukai. And I'm going to explain that later on in the video. But before we go on to that, many people may think that she's already beaten Yuuren, the Shi You. So another Shi You coming down the pipeline wouldn't be a big deal. Well, in my opinion, I think that Yuuren wasn't a real Shi You. I don't think she was a strong Shi You. There's 2 things that make the Shi You strong. So the first thing, she actually needs to be the strongest person at the ritual. And the second thing is the bond that you would share with your comrade, the one that you feel like is almost like a sister to you. The stronger the emotional bond between you and the person you had to kill, that's the higher the hurdle you had to jump. So that makes you a stronger Shi You, and that helps you break all of those emotional chains. Now, if we look at Yuuren, the only reason she was as strong as she was because of the bond that she had with her younger sister. And even that, we don't know how strong the bond was. And yes, she was under a lot of pain from having to do what she had to do, but it could possibly be said that Kyoukai and Kyou's bond was even stronger than Yuuren's bond with her sister. Now, another thing, we already know that she wasn't the strongest person there, because she had to gang up on Kyou's to win. And if Kyoukai had been there, she would have won the whole thing, right? So if we take this all into perspective, think about it. If Kyoukai had became the Shi You, how much stronger would that Shi You have been? So the next person who comes up in the ritual will be the strongest person, because I don't think there will be any more collusion where all the other tribes try to jump one tribe so that they can take the title of the Shi You. I doubt that type of stuff will happen in the next ritual. The second qualification we were just talking about was the bond. I think that the bond will actually be much stronger between the next group than it was between even Kyoukai and Kyou. Because I think that the next group will actually be sisters. I think it'll be the twin sisters that Kyoukai mentions when she tells Kyou to hide the Shi You's body. So at this point, you guys probably know who I think the next Shi You will be. I think the next Shi You will actually be between Kyouren and Kyoukai. And I believe this because why else would they have been brought up at the end of the revenge arc? Kyoukai offhandedly mentions that she wants to hide the body so that another ritual doesn't happen to actually protect these two girls from having to go through the ritual. Because she even mentions how strong their bond is. Think about this. Kyoukai has already killed the current Shi You. And they also mentioned that if a Shi You disappears or a Shi You gets killed, that they have another ritual to select a new Shi You. Now that we're here at this point, I can bring up the third reason that I think the Shi You will come after Kyoukai. Because think about it this way. Kyouren and Kyoukai, they're both young girls now, right? But Yuuren wasn't much older. So think about this. How long would Yuuren have lived? Yuuren may have lived 20 years. So she may have been the Shi You for 20, 30 years. By that time, Kyouren and Kyoukai may have actually been too old to even participate in the ritual. Therefore, they would have never had to do the ritual. By Kyoukai killing Yuuren, she now starts another ritual. So basically, one of these twins is going to have to die because Kyoukai killed Yuuren. So I'm sure whoever wins, whether it be Kyouren or Kyoukai, will want revenge against Kyoukai for this alone. The only thing that could throw a monkey wrench in the revenge theory is that Kyouren and Kyoukai did give Kyoukai permission to kill Yuuren. But in my opinion, I think the only reason they even gave their permission is because they saw Yuuren as a disgrace to the Shi You as well. But if you look at it, both girls are obsessed with the outside world, and you can tell both girls have a loyalty to the Kyou clan. So if one of them were to become the Shi You, I don't think they would appreciate Kyoukai living her life on the outside world the way she does. Now, I'm not sure if these girls are twin sisters, but they look like twin sisters. And if they're not twin sisters, I can guarantee that they are sisters. Now, what we always forget is that Kyoukai always calls Kyou her actual sister, but they weren't actual sisters. They just had a relationship like sisters. The two things we were talking about that make the Shi You strong were, one, that they can survive the ritual, and that two, that the bond they have between their partner is strong. There's no stronger bond than blood siblings, and then above that are twin siblings. So in my opinion, I think that the next Shi You will be much, much stronger than what we had with Yuuren. So that's why I think that this warning is something that Kyoukai should take seriously. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.